Like for many people, the mirror has become like this dopamine slot machine. Depending on that day and the mirror you're looking in, and the lighting, and what you're wearing, and did you get enough sleep, and are your veins popping out? Oh, I look good. Ah, you got the dopamine. Oh no, I don't. I don't. I got something here or there. Oh no, I don't. I don't look good. I can't go out. Got to fix it. It's a sickness, man. This obsession with identity in this human body. I didn't realize how much of a sickness it was. See, that's what the internet does. It's like you have an idea that the mainstream level is, you know, not too well mentally. Before they had the internet, you could have that. Those of you beings who are higher, you can just get the consensus just just by going out, having talks with people, seeing where they're at, looking at them. It's like, okay, yeah, they're might be on the wrong planet, but okay, I don't have to be here that long. But then when the internet comes out, and then you see the TikTok and Instagram and uh, what do they call it? Pages. What the hell is it called? Where they write blogs, and you start to see like they're showing where they're really at, and then you're like, whoa. Has it always been this sick, or has it gotten sicker? I think it's gotten sicker because the technology increases this. It actually fortifies the sickness because you it's like negative can propagate negative, or positive can propagate positive, but by far and large, the time we're living in, the negative is superseding the positive. So there's a lot of let's call it unconsciousness instead of negative, just unconscious. A lot of that out there. So then you, by default, you come into this world, you're kind of lost and confused, and you get absorbed in the collective mainstream level of consciousness, and you can't help it. It's like fisherman throws a net into the ocean. Most of the fish, they get caught in that net. That's collective mainstream, with the conditioning and what's important and what's not important. But then there's a few fish that escape. I'm always talking to those few fish that escape. So you get thrown into this planet with all this ridiculous conditioning and body identity and obsession that you're like, you think you can't help it. You download that software. You think like that is really where it's at, that's important. And then there's somebody I mentioned before on the comments hit me to this Lookmaxxing thing, and look how many people are into that. It's like scary, the lengths that people will go to try to preserve this burning candle, aka body, the lengths they'll go to try to, get a more balanced symmetry. Like there's a guy chewing on his cell phone to try to strengthen his jawline because there's some imbalance there. I need to get more balance. The man, the problem isn't your body or how you look. That's not a problem. It's the obsession with it. People get so triggered over a message like this. Their mind interprets it like, oh, you're saying like you're not supposed to look good? That you see, it's like, no. Do you know the line between like just being healthy and looking good and then who cares? Like, yeah, look good, take a shower, trim your hair, go to the gym if you want, get these gains, and then forget about it, man. That's okay. You could say that's healthy. Do you know when you cross the line though into like deep obsession and identity? See, most don't. It's abstracted. So all they hear is like, oh, these people are saying like that your body doesn't matter, and and it's hard. It's hard to make these videos sometimes because it's like so basic, but yet at the same time, I know that there's There's a need for them too, because look, I was into this. Those who I didn't chew on my cell phone, but those who have read my autobiography book, there's a chapter in there, How Do I Look? I was deep into it, hiring personal shoppers and image consultants and just trying to look good. I know what it is, buying a mirror that covered my whole wall and just constantly paced up and back and forth trying to, so I know what that is. If I would have heard, though, somebody I could relate with who said, look, yeah, I used to do that too, but then I kind of grew out of it, and now here's my new perception, would that have helped me? Yeah, it would. It would. It would. There's an inner war that every human being is experiencing. You can say the war is between your higher nature, your higher alignment of true higher perception and knowledge versus collective conditioning, obsession with material, impermanent things. Like that's the so-called game of transcendence that we as humans have to play. I mean, for me, this world's like a circus now. It's like you have all these performers, but they don't know they're performing. That's the thing. They actually think that what they're believing and thinking and doing actually matters. How you look. I like this analogy. What if you were on an island somewhere and it was just you? You think you're going to be caring so much how you look? Where does this feeling? The reason I'm bringing this up, it causes so much stress and insanity. That's why I'm bringing it up. You want to get higher, you want to feel better. Well, this has to dissolve a little bit because it's taking up all your space. This constant obsession, the background noise. How do I look? Or no, they didn't look at me. They didn't validate me. All that. If you're on an island though by yourself, you're not going to care how you look. That proves that most of the time, everybody's worried about how they look because they're worried about how other people think they look. It's all about validation, because if you're on that island, there's nobody there to validate you, and then you would come into some grounding and focus more on what actually matters, your inner terrain. Is that balanced or not? It has nothing to do with exterior. And then you hear these misnomers and nonsense. People say, no, if you look good, you feel good. Oh man, that's totally... that there couldn't be anything further from the truth. You know how many people look good and then kill themselves? Looking good don't equate to feeling good. What about the people who are disfigured, or they were in a burning building and got rescued. Now they're all scarred. I remember I was in the military, and there was this guy, and he had all these white patches all over him because he was in a fire, And these drill instructors are ruthless, man. There was a drill instructor came up to him and said, "Boy, why do you look like that?" He said, "Sir, I was in a fire." And he just said like that, "You look disgusting. Get out of my face," or something like that. And then there was another guy tried to kill himself, tried to slit his wrist, and blood got on the floor in the barracks. The drill instructor came in and says, "You're dirtying my floor with your blood. You trying to," he said, "you're trying to destroy government property, right? Because you're in the military. Like, you don't belong to you anymore." I don't know if they still do that stuff, but well, now everybody's being watched and you got to do everything right, but. Yeah. Anyway, did we lose focus? What about those people? How you look a lot of times is determined by genetics. You see these people that show before and after pictures. This is how I looked when I was, 15 or something. And now I'm 18 or 19. Look, I got these gains now. And look, I got this symmetry, and it's because like I took this course, or I shot up testosterone. Man, forget about this testosterone. Don't you see that that has side effects? Like, is there some intuition in you that knows? I guess for most they don't, but the higher beings, you must feel that if you do something unnatural like that, there's going to be side effects. You'll probably lose your hair. You won't be balanced inside. You can fly off the handle real quick. Your emotions can get messed up. I mean, don't take that stuff. Don't take anything unless like your life is dependent on it, and then only maybe take it a little bit just to get stabilized. But people are like resorting to drastic measures to try to preserve this body. So they show these before and after pictures. Okay, here's 15. I look like a little dweeb. And now 18. Now I'm all G'd up because like I did this and that and that. Man, during those years, you're changing. You're gonna. You know what? You pretty much either your genetics or your genetics. That's what I'm trying to say. When I was, let me just tell you, when I was from like 12 to 15, 12 to 16, I looked good. I was like at some peak or something, I don't know. And I was getting high all the time too. I wasn't taking care of myself. So then from 16 to like 21 maybe or something, all of a sudden I wasn't looking that good. And I had stopped smoking weed too. What sense does that make? Why didn't I? But then from 22 to present, I like look good again. And it had nothing to do with nothing changing this and that and doing this program and this course and this technique or shooting up testosterone. It had nothing to do with that. It's just the body changes. We all have certain genetics, a certain constitution, a certain frame that we're born with. You're not going to really alter that so much, you know. That's why I like bringing things back to simple, like just simple. You eat good, you preserve your energy, you live a balanced life, and then let your genetics be what it's going to be. You know. But I wanted to debunk that stupid misnomer that if you look good, you feel good, and if you don't look good, you don't feel good. Looking good is so subjective. One person thinks this person looks good, other person, no, they don't look good. Depends how you're perceiving them. Your energy, your quality of energy and consciousness, this is what really makes you look good. If somebody's tuned on superficial level and they're only looking at skin and gains, it's just silly, man. It's like you could put makeup on a dead person and open their eyes, and then the superficial person would be like, oh, they look good. They don't even know they're dead because they're perceiving on such gross level. All right, I wrote some notes here. I think we hit everything. Oh yeah, right. So the if you what difference does it make if you look good? Do you realize this body's gonna, just Google 80, 90-year-old person. Damn, it's windy out. Google 90-year-old person, see how they look. That's how you're gonna look. Who cares if you preserve, like, why you focus on a burning candle? This is my question. All these techniques and all this Lookmaxxing nonsense, the law of decay or aging, it nukes that whole thing. You can't escape it. Why not focus on something that's eternal? Focus on something eternal, like building your character, your level of consciousness, expanding your consciousness. You take that with you when you leave this body. See, people don't even, they're so trapped in this delusion in this world. They don't even think about, they don't even know they're going to die. They don't even think about it. And then they justify and say, well, why think about that? Like, I'm here now to live. Yeah, but like, it's like being in school, you're going to college, and you're not thinking at all about when you get out of college. Like, where are you going to go next? Just, no, I'm in school. Okay, yeah, good, but like, do you realize there's something beyond school? I don't know, I'm in school. You take your character and your level of consciousness with you. That determines also where you go from here. This is why it was important for me to have some experience with these other realms when I leave here. Getting into my spiritual renaissance channel now, but anyway, the point is people are focused on the superficial level of their being, which don't even last. It means nothing, man. It lasts so short. And then when it's gone, it's gone. You don't take any of this with you. How good you look now after a few more decades, it's just not going to matter. It's not going to matter how you look now. So why do you care so much how you look now? I did, though. I understand. How do I look? It's a good chapter. So, what to do then? If the obsession in the stage and season that you're in is so strong that even, let's say these words are resonating with you and sinking in, but you can't shake it, man. The collective conditioning in hypnosis is so strong you can't beat it. Then what do? You do both. I had a guy ask me in the comment, he said, what should I do? I can't remember exactly. He said something like, I still want to go and have sex and have a girlfriend and lose my energy. Like I still want to do that, but at the same time I want to preserve my energy. Should I first go and just lose my energy and be unconscious for a while, and then when that's done, come back and do semen retention, or I don't like that word, but be more conscious of conserving my energy? Should I pick one? I said do both. I didn't explain then because I can't write all that. But here's what I mean. So, and you can tie this into the same subject we're talking about. You're obsessed with your looks because you just can't help it. First admit that. Like, I can't help it. I'm like super obsessed with how I look. I can't stop looking in the mirror. I can't stop playing the dopamine slot machine. I want to think that I look good. I can't shake it. At the same time, I believe what you're saying. I'm like, this. I know this is superficial and stupid, but I can't do it. What do? Do both. You accept the stage you're in. This is strong. The identity you have with being this human puppet is super strong. You can't yet see that these are just clothes. This skin, this human body, it's just clothes. They look permanent because you can't like pull it off, but it's clothes. I can't yet see that totally yet. So I'm caught up in the collective conditioning. I'm hypnotized. I can't help it. But a part of me isn't totally hypnotized because I hear what you're saying. Okay, so you keep being as conscious as you can, knowing the real truth, that this is all nonsense, being open and willing to allow some grace or whatever powers that be, evolution, spiritual power, let that bring you out of this. At the same time, continuing to be part of the whole delusional matrix. Both. It's a paradox. The mind can't understand that. Because the mind will say, well, how do you do that? The answer is higher than the mind, so how can we give you an answer? You know this inside. It's just a question, can you tap into that? If you can't, then just be patient. At some point you can. Those who feel like you can't understand this paradox, pay more attention to that then. Pay attention to the paradox. Continue being a sleepwalker. At the same time, you're totally open and willing to come out of it. And you're tuned, you're conscious, listening to your higher nature that's kind of giving you points and signals on how to come out of it. It's trying to bring you into a higher alignment within yourself. You can just feel like something, you go outside, you're back in the matrix, you're going out, your friends are sitting there, you're on the beach at a restaurant, they're like, ooh, look at those girls, yeah, oh, they're looking at me. You're watching that whole thing go down. You're caught up in it too. At the same time, you're like, this is stupid. See, both is going on at the same time. At some point, your higher nature's gonna win because it's like rules of the game. But you have to bear this friction for a while. That's the best answer, most honest answer I can give. That's what I did. That's why I can tell you at some point it will dissolve. It dissolves more and more and more. It's a gradual unfolding. It's not like you just dissolve everything at once and now I'm the Buddha. And no, it's a process, you know. And during that process, it can be exponential sometimes too. And then you can think, well, I got this beat now. I don't care anything about my self-image, and whoa, I'm getting more looks now, but I don't care. And then the next day, you'll find this old tendency will take that and say, oh, I'm going to use this now. I'm going to dabble back into the matrix and use this higher attractive state I'm in to kind of milk the attention that I'm getting now. Yeah, but I thought you said you didn't care. Well, yeah, I still don't care, but I just kind of want to play a little bit. See, you have to go through that too. Because then you'll lose it. You'll be back into delusion again. Sometimes you don't even know it. You can be there a few months, not even know it. And then you'll wake back up. Oh, what the hell happened? I'm like back into delusion. And then you'll come back out of it. This is the process of life. You can't beat that. There's no course and technique that can beat that you can take to beat that. You can't buy your way out of that. We have to go through the stages, okay? I feel videos like these, for those who are tuned, can help accelerate that process and give you some inspiration to keep going. That's the only purpose for them. So this channel, we're switching things around a little bit. Not really switching them around, but I'm gonna make some more higher videos. I can't keep making the lust videos. I made over 500 of them, and I have a book. What's it called? The Unspeakable Power of Preserving Your Sexual Energy. It's on my website. I have some other books too if you want to check them out. And let's just see how this goes. We're gonna make some videos about getting grounded. Like, how do I get grounded? This society is the most ungrounded society, man. With all the technology and all the nonsense out here. You just step out the door, you're like lost. Or you just turn your phone on or computer, you get lost. So we need some countermeasures. All right, I'm out. I'll see you guys.